Givesy and version2.ai are solving nonprofit fundraising's biggest challenges by building the world's first fully autonomous fundraiser and digital gift documentation management system.
This is Matt from MGMT Boston, and on this episode of The Lantern, we are at Link Ventures office with Brian Elliott, the co-founder and CEO of Blitzy. So we're going to hear about Brian's AI platform that he's building, where they are this moment in time in his startup journey, and beyond. Brian,
let's get into it.
Thank you for having me.
For sure, man. So Blitzy is an autonomous software development platform. So we can take large-scale code bases, think 20 million plus lines of code, autonomously refactor them, autonomously extend functionality to them, and we can build net new projects. So our unique position in the market is around the ability to deal with lots and lots of code, not these sort of widget apps that you see, and then deploy lots and lots of code.
Yeah, and this is an enterprise platform that you're building. So there is a lot that goes into that. You know, first and foremost being about a year and a half into the journey.
Yep.
What are some of those highlights in terms of like first half of 2025, this spring? What are you focused on?
Yeah, so we're focused on several enterprise deployments, actually getting into those enterprises and doing these refactors. So it's not a sort of one click and done motion, if you will, but it's amazing the effect that we're able to have on these companies that otherwise have what are 5-year modernization roadmaps that we're bringing down into 6 months. So the level of impact that we're able to have with folks that have these large scale problems is really exciting for us.
Awesome. And as you think about like one of those examples for someone interested in learning about how Blitzy actually deploys into the enterprise, what's a recent customer example that sort of puts a exclamation point on that?
Yeah, so we can take large insurance client, 100 repositories, all very old code base. They wrote it. It was a lot of this stuff was like Java 8 era. It was completely monolithic, and so we took that, put it to 21, took everything, containerized it, made it a microservices architecture. And what we're able to do is essentially like allow them to then use other AI applications with their software. Wow. So it was like, we are the entry point to getting an old stack onto a new stack that is actually AI applicable.
Amazing. And you've learned a lot from building this startup. You were the co-founder of another startup before that, served in the military. Thank you for your service. What have you learned from your career building startups, et cetera?
Yeah, I think startups, military, any organization, it's all about the people. And so getting the right people on the bus with the right vision, which is sort of my responsibility, is like 99% of the work. And like we're so proud of the team that we have here. It's an incredibly high barrier for folks. We are hiring, of course, but excited for the folks that we have on the team so far.
Excellent. And last but not least, how can we help in Boston, whether it's from hiring to your other needs, bringing on clients? What can we do to help Blitzy grow?
Yeah, two things. One, we're hiring a senior full stack leaning back-end engineer right now. So they'll join us here in office. We are an in-person company, so that's a little bit different from some of our peers, but environment here, as you mentioned, it's invigorating. It's super exciting. And then if you know any large enterprises with large code bases that want to modernize, extend, or otherwise increase development velocity, we love having those conversations.
Perfect. This is Brian from Blitzy, Matt from MGMT Boston, this episode of Lantern. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.